Today we have Elena Beloff here with us. She is a certified hypnotherapist. She's also a stage hypnotist. So Elena, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Tell us about yourself. How did you become interested in hypnosis?
Well, I was 5 years old when I first saw a stage hypnosis show in Russia, and I was really curious to find out how it works. So it took me a while to actually find out what hypnosis is all about. That's one of the reasons I wanted to know more about hypnosis from the performance side, and also I wanted to learn hypnosis because I believe that there are natural ways to heal, and natural and more fast, more effective ways, such as hypnosis and hypnotherapy. Yeah.
I understand that you're not born in the United States.
Yes, I was born and raised in Russia.
Really?
So yeah, I came to New York. I came to America first about 10 years ago as an exchange student, and then I've been in New York for almost 6 years now.
Great.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying New York?
I think New York is one of the most amazing cities in the world because you really meet so many different people from different backgrounds, and it's just a perfect place to learn about the world. And there are so many opportunities. You can do anything you want. You want to be a hypnotist, you go ahead and learn hypnosis.
Other than hypnosis, what are you doing right now in New York?
Well, I probably should say that along with hypnosis, I'm also an NLP practitioner.
Right, that's right. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm a big fan of Neuro-Linguistic programming.
Right.
But other than that, I'm a filmmaker. I studied film in school.
Really?
And actor also.
Oh yeah. What kind of film do you enjoy?
Let's see. I like all type of films. I love classical stuff. I like mystery. I like most of the films that are now, they're showing now. Do you want me to name specific names or just?
Sure. Tell our viewers about your interests.
I like documentaries. I saw this amazing documentary recently called Searching for Deborah Winger.
Really?
It's Roseanne Arquette actually directed it, and it's about actresses, American actresses, who are approaching their 40s, and they talk about the industry. So that was an interesting insight on Hollywood life and how the society is. So that was a good movie. But yeah, I like all type of films because I study them, and I like to write about film. I like David Lynch.
Okay.
Like Twin Peaks.
Right.
And I like Dangerous Beauty. I like Groundhog Day, like I was talking, like the philosophy in that film.
Great. Are you working on any film projects right now?
Yes, I am working on a few projects. I am making little documentaries about hypnotherapists, hypnotists, practitioners, NLP practitioners, anyone who's involved in such amazing studies, or yoga, Pilates, or martial arts.
Right.
So I want to learn about these studies and people who are trained professionals, because I believe that knowing it and participating in it, like for instance playing tennis or being doing martial arts, you can you can certainly fight sadness. Really, you can fight sadness and depression. It is true. You can fight depression instead of taking drugs over and over.
I agree.
I just experienced this. 3 days ago, I played tennis before, but I had this audition where I had to be a tennis player. So I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I have to learn how to play tennis, be a professional. So I asked my friend to give me a lesson. I went to this tennis course and we played tennis. And after that, I felt so good because just playing the sports, it releases adrenaline in your body, and you feel so happy, and all these sad thoughts are gone. So I just think that it's important to have such awareness right now in our society, in the world, knowing that there are ways to become more powerful and happy and not be sad.
Great. Yes. How did you learn hypnosis and NLP?
I went to school here in New York Yeah. Studied with George B.N. I studied with Mark Cunningham in Vegas. I took his seminars, and I went to NLP school with Rachel Hall and Steve Leeds. I think they really are one of the best in that field.
How does taking the training in hypnosis change your perspective in filmmaking?
Well, I find that being a writer and director, it's almost like being a hypnotist. Of course, when you work with your subjects, you try to direct them to achieve their own goals. You first to find what is it that they want to achieve. The goal can be to quit smoking or stop biting your nails or get rid of stage fright. So as a director or a hypnotist, you try to help people to get that goal. So in film, it's pretty much similar, like two parallels. You also help people to achieve that picture, a film or a documentary using your skills.
Tell us about NLP. Like, what is your opinion of NLP? Well, first of all, tell our viewers, what is NLP?
Neuro-Linguistic programming stands for Neurology, Linguistics, and Programming. It is a study that learns the coding that affects our learning and experiences in life. So that special coding. NLP is, I should say, it's a model that helps us influence thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in ourselves and others. I think that's a good definition for NLP. Yes, I do. I like NLP. I use it a lot, and it helped me a lot in life to understand how our mind works, how to improve communication with people.
And how specifically did NLP help you?
It helped me tremendously in communications with people. Because just like you, I did a lot of promotions,
Oh, yeah.
and I thought it was a fun profession. Of course, it's in the past, and it is interesting how to learn how to approach people that you don't know, strangers, how to promote a certain product, be a good salesperson, to establish a rapport, and make someone believe that the product is good. Of course, a product must be good. You wouldn't, sell a bad product, but you have to believe in it. But NLP, apart from the selling something, it really helped me a lot in communicating with people and establishing rapport and just enjoying my life fully and getting what I want.
How do you feel the differences between NLP and hypnosis?
Hypnosis and NLP. It seems like NLP is like an aspect of hypnosis.
Right.
Some people may argue about that.
Right.
So hypnosis is one branch and NLP is something deeper, more precise.
Right.
That learns, like I said, if you buy a new electronic device, you don't know how to use that. You get a manual. So NLP is a manual on how to use your brain, your mind, how it all works, like us talking right now, and me delivering the information, you're taking that information, getting it inside your brain, and people understanding us. Some people may understand it differently because of different models of the world, different experiences that we had in life. So that's what NLP is. It studies that model of the world, that frame, and how to get there, and how to feel good and be happy and heal.
That's what we all wanted.
Yeah.
Yes. In your opinion, how does hypnosis work?
It's very simple, actually. There are many people have misconceptions about it.
Right.
There's some negative connotations, that's the word, right?
Right.
About hypnosis, misconceptions again. It works very simple, just like acting, the director and actors. If you do stage hypnosis, the same thing, except that the director is on stage.
Right.
That's stage hypnosis. Hypnosis in healing world, how it works, the person is in trance. As a hypnotist, I put somebody in trance using techniques, and then we'll do the proper work, whether it's reframing or regression if needed, and reprogramming. This is where NLP comes, reprogramming. If somebody thinks that I'm not good enough, if I go up on stage, everybody's going to laugh at me.
Right.
That's why the person has a stage fright. People are going to laugh at me. That's a negative limiting belief, sometimes a self-imposed limitation. So as a hypnotist, what I do is I substitute that belief that a person has with a positive belief that if I go on stage, everybody's going to love me and I will give a great performance. So the person believes in that with that new belief, and this is how the person acts and behaves.
Okay. Let's switch gear a little bit. You're a young lady and you look great.
Thank you.
How do you feel about being a young, good-looking girl like yourself? What kind of challenges do you face being a hypnotist, having, you being a woman?
Well, in the beginning, when I just started, it was a little hard. It's still hard because not too many people would take me seriously. So what I had to do is I have to work on my image.
Okay.
First, the way I dress, conservative, the way I talk. But, time after time, you just start to, who you are. As you grow, you realize who you really are, and you're more aware of your own image, and you become comfortable with yourself and your interests and what you do. And then it just all works out for you. But it was hard, yes, there were challenges, so it was a little hard.
Some of our viewers are also young female hoping to break into the hypnosis business. What kind of suggestion would you give them when they are about to enter this field?
Those that want to learn and be hypnotists?
Yes.
Well, it's
Especially young female.
young females.
Like yourself.
It would sound cliche, but just believe in yourself, and if that's what you want to do, just go ahead and do that. Don't take anything personally, and feel strong and good about yourself, no matter what profession you try to take in your life. Hypnotist, good luck, really. And it's a good profession. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah.
That's great. Now, you told me before that the first time you saw a hypnosis show was in Russia.
Yeah.
How old were you?
5 years old.
Can you tell us about that experience? I understand that was the life-changing experience that you had in Russia.
It was definitely, I don't know if it was a life-changing at that point, but it was definitely a shattering experience, which I still remember, and I guess it did influence my interests. I saw this stage show, and I was looking at the hypnotist and this really grown-up women, 40-year-old women, who were hypnotized that they were young. They were 5 years old, as if, and they were playing in the playground and had little babies, little dolls. And me, being 5 years old, I was looking at these older women and thinking, how is that possible? With my childish thinking, I was thinking like, how is that possible that this 40-year-old woman is acting like a child? I want to know that. So deep inside, I told myself, and of course, as I grew up, I learned it, how it worked.
I'm curious, how does the Russians feel about hypnosis? I know it's pretty widely accepted. It's beginning to get accepted in the United States. It's beginning to get acceptance in Canada and the United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
How do people in Russia feel about hypnosis?
I should say it's more common in Russia.
Really?
More common. People are
more common than the United States?
Maybe there are less misconceptions.
Okay, well.
And people in Russia are more into maybe natural healings, and yeah, maybe there are not too many, I shouldn't say that, not too many billion-dollar drug companies in Russia yet.
True.
That's also true.
Have you ever been hypnotized before?
Yes.
You have to tell us about that.
I've been hypnotized before by my friends, my colleagues, and I love being hypnotized. I hypnotize myself every once in a while if I want to get some results or quit something like biting my nails, which I used to have a long time ago. but I've been hypnotized in Vegas. I went
Really?
to, yes, it was so much fun. I went to Las Vegas 3 years ago when I first took Mark Cunningham's seminar, and I had to go up on stage. So that was a fun experience because you get to do all that stuff, you're on stage, and the hypnotist was really good actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun. I recommend anybody, if you get a chance, really, I think hypnosis is fun. There's nothing frightful about it,
Okay.
which a lot of people think. It's just one of those things that maybe everybody should experience at least once in life, and use it in their everyday life. If you want to do something that you have troubles with or challenges with, you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, you can do it. This is the type of hypnosis, you can do it. Or you can, I don't know, meet that woman, you can go up to her and say hello or whatever. You know?
The experience of going under hypnosis on stage and the experience of going under hypnosis in therapy, what is the difference?
The stage and therapy?
Yes. As an experience, on the end, on the subject end, how do you feel is the difference between the two experiences?
In therapy, you go deeper. You go much deeper into hypnosis. On stage, it's very light. Alpha state, I think, right? That's the lightest.
Right.
So in therapy, you can reach a really deep trance where you won't quite remember when you're waking up what was actually going on. You'll be aware, but
Right.
it's a much pleasant, I think, experience.
Oh yeah.
Whereas on stage it's fun for
Right.
the fun, but the therapy is healing, and it's more results can be achieved, specific goals.
Okay. What is your opinion of regression therapy?
I do use this every once in a while with my clients if needed. It's okay to use that if there are some traumatic experiences that person may have. Some people use that for past lives. If you believe in that, you may not necessarily believe in it, but
What is your belief in past life?
I think it's okay to believe. I think there are past lives. Maybe there aren't. I've been regressed to past lives, I think. Maybe it was just my imagination. Maybe not. We really don't know. We know not that much. It's good if there are past lives, but I think it's important to focus on our present life too.
Okay, there are two schools of thoughts of hypnosis. One school of thought assert that hypnosis cannot make you do things that you otherwise cannot do when you're awake. And there's a school of thought that asserts hypnosis could do a lot more than what a person, like hypnosis can make a person do things that they cannot do in their waking life. Which school of thoughts do you most align with?
Are you saying that anyone can be hypnotized against their will?
No, I'm asking assume somebody is hypnotized.
Right.
This group of hypnotists would argue that we can only push as far as psychotherapy or medical therapy could go when the person is awake, and hypnosis accelerates that process. And there's a group of hypnotists would like to assert that hypnosis could make a person do or help a person accomplish beyond the barrier of psychology and medical sciences. Which side do you most align with?
Well, I'll be honest, I'm not a psychologist.
Right.
Just like you are. To you, it's more easier to compare because you have a background in psychology and hypnosis. But from my perspective, I do believe that a lot can be achieved through hypnosis. Immediate results can be achieved, like quit smoking or fight severe anxiety attacks. It can be achieved really fast. So that's just my outlook on that.
This is a pretty serious conversation.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
Was that a very serious face? My favorite food, I love to eat. I love to eat.
Really?
So, Yeah, I like all kinds. I love French, Italian, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, all type of food. Depends on the day and my mood.
Oh yeah. What do you have for breakfast today?
I had scrambled eggs.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, now we can go back to talk about hypnosis. Who would, well, you don't have to name any names, and
Sure.
it could be as anonymous as you would need to be, but like, what would be your most memorable session in private therapy?
Me working with somebody?
Yes, you working with somebody as a hypnotherapist.
I pretty much remember them all. They're all unique.
Or is there a case that shift your paradigm in understanding your skill as a hypnotherapist?
Yes, yeah. You see, in hypnosis, sometimes when you put somebody really deep into trance, right? Every once in a while, I make people repeat things. Like, if somebody's really deep into trance and the person is here to get rid of anxiety, right? So I tell that person, while he or she is deep in trance, repeat after me, I release my anxiety, or I feel more and more relaxed. So the person tends to repeat it word to word.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one time when I have an accent, because I was born and raised in Russia. So it was one time when I said something with an accent, and it was kind of like, really like an accent. So the person repeated it with an exact accent.
Wow.
That was so funny.
Wow.
I thought, I was like, wow, it's amazing that in trance people really so tuned and repeating and sort of copying it exactly the same way. I thought it was interesting. I was like, wow, hypnosis really works.
This is great.
Yeah. And that was funny.
What now? Like what is the future for Elena?
Future for Elena.
Yes.
Well, like I said, I'm a
What is your
filmmaker.
aspiration? Like ultimately, if this is like, well, I won't say 30 years, 10 years from now,
Mhm.
you can be anything. What would that Elena be?
I do want to be a successful filmmaker, and through film, making documentaries. That's another aspect that I'm working right now. But coming to hypnosis and healing, I do want to raise awareness against depression. I think that there are too many people suffering from it. I think about 5 million right now in America just suffer from depression, if not more, probably more. And a lot in Russia and other countries, of course. And it's sad, and I think like I said, there are ways to get over that depression. Jogging, jumping, playing tennis, martial arts, hypnotherapy, yoga, Pilates, traveling, looking up in the sky. If you feel sad, you tend to look down. When you look up, you feel better because certain chemicals are activated in your brain. If you smile, the smile sends a signal into your brain, and instantly these chemicals are, certain chemicals are released. These chemicals are responsible for you feeling good. So I think it's better than taking some other type of elements.
And this question just came to my head, right? Since you were first exposed to hypnosis when you're 5 years old, as you're growing up, before you take any classes, have you ever played or experimented with hypnosis with your friends?
Sure, yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, when I started learning hypnosis, I would play with my friends, and I would practice on my friends, of course.
Really?
Yeah. Even though they say, when I started learning about it, it is said that don't ever practice on your friends.
Oh yeah.
Don't ever practice on your friends. Or relatives.
It's true. I totally agree with you. Yeah.
Because there's no credibility, so to speak. So, but after all, I did practice and became more and more experienced. Yeah. It's great.
I had a question in my head, but I forgot. So I guess I'll come back to that. Okay, here's a question. the American technology in hypnosis compared to the Russian technology in hypnosis, what do you think are the differences?
What do you mean by technology?
Like the way hypnosis is conducted.
You know, it's interesting because I professionally got in hypnosis in America. So I think it's kind of the same. The structure is the same. I've been on Russian websites about hypnosis and NLP. I think the structure is the same. It's just different language, maybe the mentality that comes along with it. Maybe there's more credibility that I'm not sure. I will start to learn in Russian language because I want to go back and of course come back and forth because I like being in America also. So I want to go back to do hypnosis there in Russian language.
Well, this is one of those mandatory questions, right? What does your parents think about you being a hypnotist?
They did not like it in the beginning.
Really?
My father was like, "Oh, come on, Elena, what are you doing? This is all, nonsense." Same. My mom has become more and more attuned to such things, non-traditional stuff. But now they see that I'm into it, and I really, because I am a professional. So my parents do believe in me, and my father, I think he's been always interested in religions and spirituality. He's not a religious person, but he's more, believing in what I do right now, especially after I've come up with my self-hypnosis audio programs.
Tell us about those programs.
Well, I have 3 programs that I've invented. I designed them. One is for actors, for performers of all levels.
Right.
That helps you to get rid of stage fright and become more confident being on stage or in front of the audience, or being a confident public speaker. The other program is for males that teaches men to approach women with total confidence. I got this idea from my teacher who said that he was so scared about meeting women. He's like, well, do this and that. And I was like, why not? Maybe I'll invent that program. And I've been quite successful with it. I've been selling it on my website. And the third one, I think this is my last creation, which I'm very much proud of, and I love it. It's called Mental Antivirus.
Really?
So what it does, it's specifically designed for insomnia and anxiety. It helps a person to release anxiety and to fall asleep easily. You have to listen to it before you go to bed. It helps you to get that healthy 8-hour sleep. You wake up in the morning, you're refreshed and rested, and ready to face all challenges of the day, having a clear mind and being really focused and alert.
Right.
Helps you to make this fast, quick decisions and be.
It's true.
Yeah.
You'll be amazed how many people need that suggestion, make quicker decisions.
Yeah. Especially now in New York, when it's so, not in New York, everywhere, but New York is so crazy and busy.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite way of inducing hypnosis?
Well, I like them all, but one of those ways is I like sort of a covert hypnosis.
Oh,
Yeah. It happens when, let's say, if I use a certain word, right? Let's say right now to use a word. Every time I say a word, relax.
Right.
It can be relaxation, relax, or relaxed. As long as it has this relaxed, R-E-L-A-X.
Right.
And you would start to really relax. So I would make that word be your own trigger for Bernard. If I say the word relax, you would start to slowly closing your eyes and go deep into that relaxed state of relaxation. So when you really feel relaxed, this is a great feeling. People find themselves so involved in activities every day of their lives. And I think it's important to just pause and sit down and relax and really feel good and more calm and come down and relaxed, really relaxed. Because when you feel relaxed. Your whole body is becoming more loose and limp and droopy, and your eyes are becoming droopy and sleepy, droopy and sleepy, just like now, relaxing deeper, relaxing, droopy and sleepy, droopy and sleepy, coming deep into hypnosis. Just like now, Bernard has just entered that hypnotic state of profound relaxation. He is relaxed. He is already in hypnosis. So what I am going to do is, I will awaken him, of course, but I will give him some wonderful suggestions. He's deep in hypnosis. Bernard, you're going to have a great evening. When you go to bed, you're going to have wonderful dreams. You will wake up in the morning fully refreshed and rested, ready to face all challenges of your day, feeling focused, driven, determined, and positive, having a positive mental attitude which will help you throughout the day and throughout your life. Positive mental attitude. In about 2 minutes, you will open your eyes, you'll be fully aware, feeling wonderful, feeling good. And thank you everybody for being here. That was a great interview with that wonderful professional Bernard, who's been interviewing me here. And again, thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening.